Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. It's the 19th of November, hard to believe, and we're looking at several stocks today that actually 10 tech stocks that are on the move, and we want to share those with you. We're going to do it alphabetically: Alibaba, Amazon, eBay, Facebook, Google, Groupon, Netflix, Starbucks, Twitter, and Yahoo. So we have a lot to go through, and we'll get started right away. We're going to look at, first stock we're looking at is Alibaba. Now, as you may remember, we talked about this market getting a little bit toppy, and this day right here, this is the negative engulfing line we talked about being a very bearish sign for this stock. In fact, since that time, we've come down from the highs down to where we were today, the lowest point we've seen today, which is around the 107.22 level, and we've just bounced back up. Now, we're also making an interesting, how we close today is going to be an interesting close in Alibaba, but here's the strategy I'd like to use for Alibaba, and that is, we think this is going to be an amazing stock in the future, and we would love to see it come down to this level right here, the 101 level or the 105 level. And also, this is the key line of support, the 50 line on the RSI. If we can get it to come down there and stabilize a couple of days, then I think it's a low risk buy. But overall, I think this stock can do much better. So let's go to our next market. It's a little bit different for Amazon, a little different picture. If we put our trade triangles on, you can see we have a mixed picture. Our longer term trend for Amazon is down, and the shorter term trend, intermediate trend, is up from 318. So generally speaking, I think the best place to be in Amazon right now is on the sidelines. I think the one positive we have is the fact it did move over the 50 line, indicating the trend was up, but that was also indicated by our intermediate trade triangle. Longer term, the trend continues to be negative. One positive we have for this is trade triangle, intermediate, and the RSI. So I think Amazon and Alibaba are going to be battling out this commerce battle for a long time, and it's going to be a very interesting scenario for both stocks. So we'll watch those very closely, but for now, I'd be on the sidelines in Amazon. Much the same picture with eBay. Look at the tops we've had in eBay. We've had several times it's gotten up towards these highs, and each time it sort of failed right around these levels right here, right around 57 level, and it sort of popped down. Now we're 54.73. But today's action isn't so good. And one thing you want to look at is, well, first of all, we're over the 50 line, which is a good sign right here. And one thing you want to look at, and I use sometimes for very short-term trading, at least as a warning signal, and that is the parabolic. And how to put the parabolic on a chart is very simple. Go to on-chart studies, go to parabolic stop and reverse. This is developed by Wells Wilder, a very well-known technician. And I'm just going to use the defaults, which you can set right here. It tells you about it, and reset to the defaults. I have mine set at 28 and 08. So here you go. We just had a signal today indicating a possible warning this market's losing momentum on the upside. So I'd pay close attention to that, given the fact that our longer term trend is still negative. Facebook, a different picture there. You go to plus on the monthly and the weekly, which is a good sign, but we're plus 65, indicating a trading range. The one concern I have here is the fact that we're below the RSI 50 line, indicating potential weakness, which would really be different for me. The risk now is if we go below 70. If we went below 70, I'd have to say exit this market totally, and either be on the short side or just out of it. But that's the key level. So your risk now is about $4 on the downside, which is about 5%. Not a big deal, but nonetheless, that's the risk I see in this stock. But generally speaking, the trend is your friend. The trend continues to be positive for Facebook. Google is not so Google-ish anymore. So we're minus 90, meaning the trend is down. And you can see this massive top that Google has put in over the last several months. Starting in July, you can see it sort of just made this huge top that took months. This is the kick-out level right here. You can see right here, once it went below this level here, it really began to accelerate down very rapidly. The pullback we're seeing here, so the move from here to here to here, I would bet that's almost around the Fibonacci number. So let's just measure it just to make sure. So we're going to clear the screen, put on a Fibonacci tool, measure from the high, drag it down to the low, and what did I say? It's right in that zone, the 50 to 61.8% zone where the market had a problem. So I think that's, generally speaking, that is, I think, an intermediate top for the time being. I wouldn't get excited about this stock anytime soon. Google, I would say, stay away from for probably the balance of the year. Well, it looks like Groupon's being reborn. It's a plus 85. We have our positive trade triangles. Today's action, we sort of came back down below the parabolic, but nonetheless, we're getting down to support level on the RSI, close to the 50 line. It's probably representing a buy. Plus, the other thing we see in this stock is the fact that it's coming back to this old high, which is right here. You can see right here. We draw a simple line across there. See how it provided support there. Just went up below there a little bit today, but it's come right back. I'd watch the stock carefully because it looks like a very low-risk buy at this point in time. Netflix, this is not shining in a good picture for Netflix. All of our trade triangles are negative, minus 100, indicating the trend is down. And I think we can see further weakness in this market, at least in the short term. We're below our parabolic. You can see that right now, and I think we can come back down quite easily to the 350 level without too much of a challenge. I'd be out of the stock at the moment. Starbucks, we like Starbucks. We like their coffee. We like the stock. Plus 85, weekly and monthly positive. You can see we had a monthly right there, kicked in at 78.47, and it looks like it wants to go higher. Today's action is very positive. Even though we're below the parabolic, today's action is pretty positive. Let's scope that in just a little bit further. You can see this is going to be an outside, this is going to be a bullish engulfing line. If we close higher today and higher tomorrow, meaning Thursday, then you have put a low in here, and there's a good chance we'll see this market make new highs. Twitter, it's not twittering very much here. Monthly, weekly, all negative, minus 100. This is not a good sign for this stock. And we've sort of stabilized a little bit, but we're below the 50 level. Look where this market cut down below the 50, right here. And from there on, it was pretty much all downhill. Well, let's see where the weeklies kicked in. Yeah, we kicked in right there, pretty much the same time. And you can see right here, and it's been downhill ever since. So from there, from 49.15, it's 39. We've got $10 profit on the short side, and there's no reason to get out of the stock right now. Last stock is Yahoo. Yahoo has done very, very well with the Alibaba. Their shares, they own Alibaba, plus 85. The trend is your friend. Big move up. However, we are going to see some challenges on that front as well, because I think we've gone really too far too fast, and I think we could see this market come back. We're below the parabolic, indicating some weakness. We could see a turn back down. I would say if it gets down to the 50 level again, I would consider buying Yahoo. So there you have it. 10 tech stocks to look at, some to avoid, some to look at very closely about buying. I'm Adam Hewison for Market Club. Have a great trading day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Serious traders know winning trades are no accident. It's the knowledge and confidence you gain from having just the right tools.
MarketClub has a suite of serious tools that lead to the trades that matter, like trade triangle technology that show a green triangle when the trend is up and red when it's down.
If you're ready to invest using a suite of tools that can help protect and grow your capital, join the club, Market Club.